Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Just a kind of a cool special announcement of a little event that's coming up in a couple of weeks. And I've got here in the co-captain's chair, Mr. Steve Keeler from the Hudson Valley Squares and owner of Rock Fantasy. And Steve, you got an anniversary coming up, don't you?
Yeah, every year we do. But a little confusing this year because we held our 36th anniversary party during the summer in July, but it was belated from last fall
Right, right.
due to the pandemic. So we usually do a concert involved with this, but yeah, we're going to be turning 37 every November 5th. We celebrate another year, knock on wood. I got the speaker here. One of Gene Simmons' old speakers I'm knocking on.
There you go.
So yeah, we did the 36th over the summer, the open air with Caffery and the Iron Maiden tribute band and Last Pharaoh, and now we're going to be celebrating. And you want to do something special, and so it's Saturday, November 5th. The shop is open 12 to 7.
Yep, yep. So we're going to do kind of like a celebration of Rock Fantasy in 37 years and kind of turn it into a let's hang out at the record store kind of day, right? So I'm going to be there for the afternoon and we're going to get some Hudson Valley Squares folks to come in as well. We're going to do some giveaways. You can go and peruse all the records and CDs and music at Steve's shop, check out the shirts, play some pinball. We'll do some Q&A stuff. You can meet with us and talk to us about, music and records and albums and things like that or whatever you like and just kind of celebrate being in a record store. Maybe on not a typical record store day because there is that day as well coming up
No,
in the future.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk about that too.
Yeah.
But
But this is, we wanted to do something to kind of celebrate, the 37th anniversary of Rock Fantasy officially and just kind of turn it into a Rock Fantasy SoT day. And like I said, I'll have some t-shirt giveaways and things, maybe some albums and CDs and stuff like that. And it'll be just talk, music, pinball, shopping, just fun for 5-6 hours or whatever. So
and I'd say if you're a Sea of Tranquility person, you come in and mention to the cashier, take 10% off everything in the store for you guys.
listen to that. There you go.
But if
So
you don't mention it, we're not going to give it to
right.
you.
So you got to come in. So if you're a viewer and you're watching and you live in the area or maybe a little bit outside the area, you want to come in for the day. If you buy anything, make sure to mention that you're a Sea of Tranquility viewer and you'll get a nice little discount. So
And also, you can make a day of it in downtown Middletown because we have many great eateries. So plan on coming and having lunch, possibly with us, or when I go over, there's the Equilibrium Brewery who does our Rock Fantasy beer every so often. They're right behind us. They have some
yeah,
pinballs there too. We have every kind of food you can imagine on our block there, between Mexican and Spanish and
Chinese.
Chinese, and we've got a great Italian restaurant right on the block of the mayor's place, Old Erie. We got Quinn Spins, the bowling alley in town, which we did the Rock Fantasy Annex. We've been doing shows there too, so we have pinballs there. You can go over there and go bowling and have a drink over there. So you can come celebrate downtown Middletown in a way. Also, I guess we'll mention that night the absolute queen, the Queen tribute, is playing at our big theater, which is a walking distance from the shop. The Queen tribute band at the Paramount Theater. So I do plan on attending myself. I don't know if Pete's going to make it, but if you'd like to tag along and make a day of it and come to the store, hang out, and see a live show, it might even entice more people to come out. And
Yeah, because I
plus
mean,
we have the
time wise,
pinball machines, all that stuff. And
yeah, I mean,
you can
time wise, it
we'll have
works
a
perfectly because your store is open from 12 to 7. So you
yeah
get the whole day to come in and hang out with us at the store. There's a little break in between when the store closes and the show starts. So you can go
about
to
an hour. Yeah.
yeah, you got an hour. You can go to Equilibrium Brewery, have a couple beers. They got
Mm-hmm.
barbecue there as well, which is really good. And then just walk across the street, and the show is right there.
And maybe we'll have a little bit of a pinball challenge between Mr. Pardo and me and some of the viewers that come in. We can pick a game, Led Zeppelin or one of the rock and roll titles,
We can do
or
that.
Rush.
We can do the Rush pinball. Yeah, exactly. So lots of things to potentially do, and I think it'll be fun. So it's
Also,
November 5th,
mhm.
Saturday, November 5th, from 12 till whenever. And Steve, you want to give everybody the address of Rock Fantasy?
It's 12 East Main Street, Middletown, New York. It's www.rockfantasy.com. You want to check us out, of course, Instagram, Rock Fantasy, uh, Facebook, which we don't maintain as much as we do. We have a Rock Fantasy group chat, we call it, on Facebook. You can join in. We just spread a lot of stuff, put a lot of local concert events and what's going on in the shop and around the area. I also like to mention that we are actually having a 37th anniversary concert, but it is not on November 5th. It will be on Black Friday, which I believe I'm far beyond the notes. I was just on the road seeing Maiden and the night before Sabaton, so I'm living the rock and roll dream here at the moment. But what is that Black Friday? It is, I'm looking at my calendar right now. I don't want to give the wrong date. It is November 25th. That is the Rock Fantasy 37th anniversary party featuring some of the Hudson Valley's legendary bands, All Out War from Newburgh, of course, toured the whole world, hardcore slash metalcore metal band, New York, and they're going to be there headlining. And then we have Morpheus Descends, the legendary death metal band that's based out of Middletown, and they're going to be on the bill. Along, we have my friends Winter Nights coming up from the city. Anybody in New York City knows Winter Nights. They open up for just about everybody. And we have Necroptic Engorgement. Also, we're doing something exciting in Middletown. We built this stage at Quinn's Pins, and we have our Halloween bash coming up on October 27th.
Talk about that, yep.
Which is next Friday. No, it's the 28th.
28th, yep.
Oh, horrible this morning. But that features Tower from New York City. Amazing band. We got Heavy Temple coming in from Philadelphia, and Sun Voyager, who's our local one of the local bands here that actually just got off the road with The Sword, and they just released a full-length album too that's very good. So that's all three bands. These shows at Quinn's are all free, so you don't have to pay a dime to get in. And I will promote one other show that Steve Levin and Randy Patterson and a couple other people are putting together there on November 11th, the day after Merciful Fate plays in New York City. And I think they're organizing actually a bus to Merciful Fate from up here. I don't have all the details, but the 11th is Aggression. Denny Barth, who's been a friend of the Rock Fantasy Files channel a lot, and he's headlining there. And they have Wrath of Typhon coming in from York, PA, and Vicious Blade. So that's another free show. There's 3 free metal shows in Middletown coming up. So anybody in the area, please come out. And I thank Pete so much for being interested in me and wanting to do this little party for me at the shop.
I think it'll be fun. You deserve
it.
All right. You've been good by me for a long, long time, Steve. So you deserve it. So for those of you who know, Steve and I know each other like a million years. So I was one of the original Rock Fantasy customers back in the mid '80s. So Steve and I go back a long.
Oh yeah, back when Pete had long hair like me.
Yes.
Well, actually, he had long hair back during the pandemic for a while. Now he's got
I cut it a year ago. Yeah. So yeah.
Folks are saying you're trying to look more like Martin.
No, I'm not. It's just a normal men's short haircut.
Have you seen the comparison some days where they're like, Pete and Martin are morphing together?
We're not. So there you have it, everybody. So please join us November 5th at Rock Fantasy in Middletown, New York, for a afternoon of fun at the record store. And I hope to also, I'll probably bring my laptop, so we'll try and record some of it.
Cool.
Get some people on camera, and it'll be fun, so people who are there shopping can kind of talk to us as well, and we'll kind of put that all together into a nice little video. So we'll do that as well. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you then. And also, don't forget, if you are living in the area, come out to Quinn's Pins, also in Middletown, on October 28th for a great triple bill of music. And we'll see you all then, right? So take care, everybody. If you have any specific questions about any of these events that are coming up, please put them in the comments below. Steve and I will be taking a look and answer any questions that you might have. So we hope to see you then. For Steve Keeler, I'm Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.